Okay guys, hi, this is Julie. We're going to look at setting alerts. So I've got a market analyzer set up. The market is closed right now, so we're not getting the net change in net percent, but you can put your instruments in the market analyzer and set an alert for yourself, so that if the condition executed, you could get a signal or an order. You want to shoot an order off or some other triggering mechanism. But you can use the volatility levels to do that. And how I do it is when the one period rises above the daily historical 3, you can see that it tries to get to the 2 or the 3 of that 5-day range right here, and or that's a 1 week. Here's your 1 month right here, and or the 1 month. So here, these ranges are, you know, measurable, and so when the condition um, targets, you can give yourself an alert so that you can be, aware that that situation is there, and then you can adjust your trade plan accordingly. Usually when it gets, you know, volatility is stochastic, so when it gets to the end of the range, that's a good time for it to come back to the mothership, right? So you can be your RTM king and queen yourself. Um, and then likewise, when you see this low volatility dip, you could set an alert to capture that, and we'll go ahead and do that in this video to show you how to do it. So from the market analyzer, you can see that I've got a 1 period daily, which is the yellow line, a 14 period 1, 2, 3, which is your sideways white, cayenne, and orange. And then I've got a 1 week 1, 2, 3, which is the larger dots, white, cayenne, orange for the week dots. And then I have a 1 month 1 in my alert, and that is this 1 month 1. So I want to know when that breaks. It has been low volatility, so we went to the 1 month 1 generally and failed. You see the sloping down, and now we have flattened out. And I do think that we might see some increased volatility, but when we do see increased volatility, that is when you want to be looking for those range expansions. And so you can see here the daily 3 is pointing up above the weekly 1. So whenever you have a daily 3 above the weekly 1 pointing up, you can see that linear regression channel right there, and that is where the range has been coming into. And the goal would be to get on the other side of that monthly 1 so that you can be going from the monthly 1 to the monthly 2. Nice range expansion, 1, 2, 3 over here. So it can happen out of the blue and even more. So this looks like it was a 2-time distribution. Uh, but just being able to track intraday where you are on the range and set the alert is going to be very, I think, beneficial for you. So I have one set up. Go to right click your market analyzer, go to alerts, and then you can select the condition. So I have the 1 period daily crossing above the 1 period 3, or the 1 day 3. So the 1 period daily crossing above this 14 period 3. That's showing your range expansion or it's going to come back down in the low vol from there. When it crosses to the downside, it's going back into the low volatility. When it crosses to the upside, you're going high vol. So that's a pretty good alert to have. So I can share it to an email. So I'm going to email it. I can play a sound. I could even record my own sound if I wanted to, or assign a sound, and or pop up a dialog box with a message. So I've chosen those and added that as one condition. So I want to add another condition, and that is for the daily one to hit that lower weekly one. So I'm going to add a condition. And let me, oops, up here. So I want to do the 1 period daily, and it's going to be below, cross below um, the daily one. Yep. So when the yellow line crosses below that daily one, I want the alert. Okay, that easy. And again, I'll just email it, give myself an alert on the screen, and or pop up a dialog box. So there I go, apply, say okay. You can also, like I said, enter a trade if you wanted to. So if you could think about this, you could do the same for an intraday time frame. And I think we talked yesterday about the hedge locations. So you could actually throw orders in at these spots if you wanted to, using an alert, as you could any other PT level, by adding in the PT3 indicator, and selecting where you want the alert to go off with price, like the low hitting the indicator line or the high indicating the upper indicator line. So you can do a lot within the market analyzer. And I hope this gives you some ideas about how to use the software. Very powerful tools, and at your fingertips to at least give you a heads up that a condition has been reached. Okay, all right, that's it for today. Let me know if you have any questions, and we can go back and look at some more history. Let me scrunch this up, and you can see when it goes above that monthly one. So that was December, September, December, July of 22, really all of 22. You just pretty much stayed above. Look at those big ranges. Restore this so we can see the chart. And you see the market coming down considerably in that period. When it's below the threes, below the weekly two, especially below the weekly two, or below the weekly one for sure, very low vol. But trading that weekly 1 to 2 is a good trade. It happens frequently and consistently. Money maker. But yeah, just positioning on your levels and taking advantage when these conditions occur. Give you the heads up that range is at the lowest level and it will expand. Now, just because you know the range is going to expand, that means it can go both ways until it breaks one side or the other. So that just means that you're going to have a much wider period from that point going forward until it gets to the other end of that stochastic cycle. But capturing this at that time will allow you to take advantage of those range expansions from that location. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much. We'll talk at you soon, and y'all have a great week.